Alright, so we're back looking at the VF-25F Super Messiah Valkyrie. So, in the last video, we looked at the Valkyrie mode and then put on the armor and all that stuff. So, now we're going to try to do, still debating whether or not to do it on the camera, because I'm going to be transforming this guy to Gerwalk mode for the first time. So yeah, all right, let's do it. Obviously, the first thing you need to do is remove the stand and the stand adapter. This one is particularly very secure, so as you can see, you can hang upside down from the stand. So and there's not a lot of things to hold. Yeah, so it's very there. Alright, so that's gone. So you probably want to remove this armor piece as well because of this really sharp point. And it's easy to remove and put back. So basically just bend this down, the legs, same for the other side, and you can, yeah, the armor pieces are gonna start falling off. You can extend the legs like that, and then unfold the knee armor or flap. Yeah, so this thing will open up. So put down the entire leg like that. Oh man. Alright, so obviously the the gun pod would come off. So, and then you should be able to just grab the arms and swing it at this joint. So you can fold the wings back so we don't hit it, and then we can just do the same on the other side like that. And you should be able to do it all the way like this and flip the arms back. Alright, so it's done. We can return the leg partially. If you have the armor pieces, what you have to do is go to this side and just make sure the thing, see, this thing is on a hinge, so make sure it is all the way down on the side. So once you do that, I did that already on one side, then you should be able to reconnect the upper leg to the rest of the Valkyrie body or fuselage. I don't know the terms for this parts, but yeah. Now, oh, okay. So what you can do is you can push that up because it does bend. So here on the other side, you can push that up to give that armor piece more room. So we can go back here and pop this back onto the ball joint on the side there. Do it that way, and then you can actually you can put it back like this. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much done. We just need to clean that up, push it down like that. So we have most of the arms, but what you also need to do is pull the arms down like that, so that now it can bend, right, much more easily. So do the other side. It's just finding a good place to hold it tightly at the upper arm, and then you can pull the lower arm like that. So basically, you can actually do this with the armor pieces. It's a little bit tricky because you know you got armor pieces all over the place, but it is doable. And then make sure that knee flap is down again. Okay, you can bend the legs even more so, and then let's do the other side. The trick is to make sure you're holding the Valkyrie close to the joint to which you are rotating. So I'm rotating the knee forward, so I have to hold as close as possible to that joint, like on the upper leg, so that you know things won't break. And yeah, and then now what we can do is we attach the armor pieces that have fallen off, and then you can put this back on the back just like before. Now you can actually remove the shield to pull out straight on. There you go. There's, yeah. So you have this gun pod holder that could swing down. Put the gun on the underside. Geez, it's gonna be hard. Okay, there you go. So you can still have the gun just like that. And again, we need to attach this back armor here. And we have the shield, so we can put the shield on, you know, on the arms here, on the side of the arm there. So you can put the, like that. So obviously, oh, you can pull the feet out and spread it apart. The other side, so you can actually hold the Valkyrie in on one of the legs, and then yeah, there you go. So let me. All right, so there it is, and yeah, I mean it looks pretty neat. Look at that crazy A stance, right? And you can balance, nothing's falling off. If you look at the side here, it's pretty straight. Like it's the rear is not drooping too much, right? I think that's an acceptable amount of droopage to the back, considering there are heavy add-ons just hanging out on the back there. So yeah, I mean, if you look at the back there isn't like support or anything. Like you can see that it's kind of moving, but I think that's acceptable. But yeah, oh, obviously the nose cone, yeah, you can put it back. There you go. Still kind of, that could be better, but at least it's not completely folding. So yeah, I mean that looks awesome. Yeah, so let me put that on a stand. Alright, so there it is in Gerwalk mode on the stand, and it looks pretty good. Give it a slow spin manually with my hands. Yeah, so it's pretty good. And for the stand adapter, the front part is the same, but there's a specific Gerwalk adapter to hold up the back up like that. So yeah. Oh, so you can see all the details. Oh yeah, didn't really highlight it from before, but if you look at the legs or the feet, there's some booster there. I like the nice, it's not gray, it's like almost bronze like here, so that looks pretty nice. And then there's some details on the ankle there, and it's in die cast, including the bottom part here. That looks like a booster, so a thruster, that is. It's, and I have it holding the hands. I mean, the gun pod. I put it on the stand. The gun pod kept falling off, so I just like, screw it. Just put it there. And yeah, so that's that. And yeah, obviously you can open the missile pod on the shoulders here if you want to. So let's do some comparison here. We have the YF-29 Durandal Max Genius Custom here in blue. Still really like this Valkyrie. You can see that there's missiles and, you know, the cannons on the shoulders there. Anyways, we're not reviewing that, but we're just showing how it looks. Next one is the VF-31AX, also in Gerwalk mode, and yeah, that one's pretty neat too. The nice thing is that the gun can mount on the back there, plus the other gun here, and that's all part of the Valkyrie, right? There's no attachment, so yeah, and the hand cannons here too. Anyways, we're not reviewing that guy, but if you want to see that review, put a link up here. So that's it for the Gerwalk mode, and now what we're gonna do is transform this guy to Batroid mode. Okay, so remove the stand and this back armor here, because that thing pops up easily, and also it's very pointy, very pointy. So okay, so the good thing about this Valkyrie is it's very similar to the VF-31AX and the YF. Actually, I never transformed the YF-29, so you should just be able to, yeah, do that. Just bend the back here. It's already pretty much bent, so that does that. And then this one here, yeah. So once you do that, yeah, that stuff is gonna start popping off. Is to be expected, but. And then this thing, open up the landing gear bay, and then we can do that. You should be able to pop off the, not pop, push out the head here. Yeah, and then you kind of just wiggle it up, and you can turn it around. Oh, you can move that aside, and then fully turn around the head. So, and you can see the collar or the neck part is kind of flush on the side there. So we should be able to continue with this part here, making sure, you know what, this is really hard with the camera on the way, but let's just struggle through that. There. I think that's how it's supposed to be, and then that looks funny, but yeah, you flip that down. Oh yeah, there you go. See this metal or die-cast thing that's protruding out, that needs to go into those slots there. So if you do that and actually fold this all the way to the back for now, so that when you do this and then you keep, there you go. Okay, so it's pretty much done. We just need to clean it up, so let me do that off camera. Alright, so there it is, fully transformed. It took a while to clean it up, but what I forgot to do, as you can see here, is to, well, the other side. See the crotch sticking out? Yeah, that needs to bend forward like here, so it's like that. So I was wondering why it didn't look like the manual, although I don't mind it being more flush to the rest of the body. For one thing, it makes it taller, but and more stable, because now, as you can see here, it's quite back heavy, because it pushes the upper body more to the back, and plus you have, you know, the super parts. There's just a lot more weight at the back there. So, you know, if you don't mind a little bit of inaccuracy for a little bit more height and stability, then you could do that. So yeah, but you know, this is how it's supposed to be, and it looks good. It looks damn good. Yeah, and it's pretty stable for the most part. Able to transform it without having to remove almost all of the super parts, and yeah, dang, it looks good. So you can see the armor part or piece at the back there. Lots of boosters. And all right, so here it is on the stand, the VF-25F, and it looks damn good. I open up the missile bay on the shoulders. Obviously you can close it if you want, but I like how that looks. Obviously it kind of wobbles on the stand, but nothing is falling off. It's so much more stable, I assume, compared to the older versions, but yeah, I really like it. And so while we're here, let's do some size comparison. Let's put that aside. So first up is the YF-29 Durandal in fighter mode. I kept saying, I think, in Valkyrie mode. My mistake. That was, I don't know. Sorry. Anyways, so that's how they look together in the different modes, and yeah, I still like how this thing looks. But anyways, so the VF-31AX and Gerwalk mode. So that's how they look together. Let's bring this in a little bit more so they're aligned together. Yeah, so that's how they look. Last, but certainly not least, is the VF-1J armored Valkyrie in Batroid mode. And this guy on the right looks awesome. I mean, it's not even fair because he's in a different scale, 148, and this is 160, obviously. But the VF1 was a smaller design, so anyways, yeah. But you can see like the similarities in the color scheme and everything. You can tell that he's the, you know, predecessor. It's like an old chunky computer compared to a nice sleek laptop. But anyways, all right, so what do I think of the VF-25F Super Messiah Valkyrie? Well, I'm glad you asked. I like it. I like it a lot. I definitely think the Batroid mode is the best mode for this guy, especially with the super parts. It just kind of fills it up, makes it look more formidable, and yeah, not, you know, it doesn't look so skinny and stuff like that. But yeah, you know, and being a renewal version, it's so much more stable. I don't have a non-renewal, but I've heard that they're kind of a mess. Things pops off, especially the armor and stuff like that. But for this one, you know, nothing really pops off unless you're transforming. The back armor pops off in the chest as well, but it's kind of to be expected. But everything else is pretty on there securely. And apparently it's much more accurate, like, you know, the crotch thing. Yeah. Speaking of the crotch, I forgot to replace the armor of the crotch, but I like how that looks anyway, so as opposed to just the gray crotch. This one here, so it's just kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of odd, so I'm gonna leave the default crotch. Sounds kind of weird, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, this thing is pretty pricey. I paid 380 something Canadian dollars for this. Even if you look at the Japanese yen price, it's also up there. But then you factor in international shipping, which has gone up like crazy, you know, in the past year or so. Plus the duties and the taxes and all that. It's way up there, so you're not going to be saving much money by buying it directly offshore, unless, you know, you have someone living in Japan or around that area, and then just bringing it with them. Anyways, should you buy it? I don't know, it's up to you. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but for me, I like it, and I'm going to keep it in this mode. And yeah, and I hope you enjoy watching this video. I think the transformation part was kind of rough. It's my first time transforming this particular toy, doing it on camera. I know I'm just making excuses for myself, but, you know, forgive me for how rough that was. But I hope you find that useful, and I hope you find this video entertaining, and I hope to see you guys soon again. Alright, thanks. Bye now.